Hey, John here. Here's lick of the day number 26. This one is a B minor pentatonic tapping run. As usual, you can find the tabs in the description below and also by tapping here on the screen. And I'm gonna play the whole thing once slowly and then break it down. So we start here on the 12th fret of the low E string. Alright, so it uses the B minor pentatonic, except for one note, and that would be this one, the 9th. But we start here in sort of like a tapping position for the pentatonic, for lack of a better term. And we got the left hand, we got the normal B minor pentatonic, day 1 pentatonic pattern. That's the left hand, so if you know that one, you're all good to go with that. And then we're gonna add taps with our right hand. I tend to use this finger normally, but for whatever reason, I find that my index finger sounds better. So that's what I used in this one. But either finger works fine. Just try out what feels the best for you. The benefit of doing it with the third finger is that you can keep the pick intact instead of having to do this thing. Anyway, so we're going to start here with a three note pattern repeated on all 6 strings. So basically we're going to go 12, 7, 10 on the low E string. Then we just continue on for the next string, and I'm just going to call out the tapping number now because you should know this shape already. So we're going to go 12, 12, 11 to stick to the pentatonic scale, 12, and then 12 again. It's fairly easy. So the right hand is all 12, 12, 12, 11, 12, 12. And on the way back it's even easier. We're gonna tap on the 14th fret the whole time. So, however, the left hand pattern is a bit trickier on the way down. So while going up, we have a 3 note per string type of pattern. We have 3 notes on every string. On the way back though, we're gonna have a basically 4 note pattern, but it's going to involve a tap with the left hand as well, so a hammer on from nowhere. So we're going to go 14, 10, 7, and then we tap with our left hand the first note here. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, then you repeat that, and you keep the same notes in the left hand. So the left hand is just going to go down with the B minor pentatonic pattern that I just showed you, and the right hand is only going to be on 14, but this hammer on from nowhere can make it a bit trickier if you're not used to it. But it's a good thing to get used to anyway, because it's very useful in other licks as well. So once you get this part, then just repeat that following the correct pattern for each hand. So alright, so another tricky thing here is that it's in 16th notes, but you need to keep the timing at the switch here. So basically we go up in groups of 3, and then once you get up here, you can go down in groups of 4. But also these groups of 4 are kind of displaced. So if we go up, 1, 2, 3, oops. So once you tap that note, you're actually going to be on the 3rd 16th. So that's going to be like the upbeat feeling. So, but that will enable you to land on the beat down here. So it's just a matter of doing it slowly with a metronome or playing along with the guitar profile. And that's also why I include the MIDI files as well. If you don't have Guitar Pro, you can just take the MIDI file, put it into GarageBand or Logic or Cubase or whatever DAW you use. And there's several ones out there that are free, so you can always use that option. So the MIDI file, chuck that in there with a good sound, and then you can play along at whatever tempo you want. So that's really helpful if you have trouble getting the timing down. So if you try it again from the beginning. So as far as practicing this, obviously you can just work on each string group at a time. So I would go the E and A string, starting from the beginning. You can do the A and D string. However, I suggest you do that in 16th notes as you practice as well. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So it takes 2 repetitions to get back on the beat again, because that's what we're using in the actual run here. And then you do that on each string group, and then when that gets comfortable, you can extend it. Just go between like that, and then extend it even more. And for the descending part here, you can just go. So I did 2 groups here. You could even go 1 group actually. And sort of compartmentalize everything like that into a repeating pattern. And if you have trouble with this, that's a good thing to practice the transition. There's a million, not a million, but it's quite a lot of variations you can work on here. And as usual, I suggest that you do this not only in this position, but do it all over the neck. And besides that, work it out in the remaining 5 positions for the pentatonic scale. So doing that will actually make this more usable instead of just this, party trick. You can actually use it whatever you see fit, if you can do it in any of the patterns instead of having to go back to this sort of set in stone lick, because that's not the point of these. In my opinion, it's more giving you ideas that you can take small parts of, or the whole thing, but it's absolutely essential that you move them around so you can actually use them wherever you want instead of being stuck in a particular key or particular position. So hopefully that's clear. If you have any questions, just post them below. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed this one and see you in the next one.